Today's video, we're going to take a look at a definitely non-bushcraft knife from the folks at Schrade. This is the SCH54 push dagger. Coming up on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name is Brian. Thanks for joining me. This is the SCH54 push dagger. And I kind of call it the stabber. So anyway, let's talk about the specs of this thing real quick, and we'll get to doing some of that stabbing stuff. Okay, once again, this is the Schrade SCH54 push dagger. This dagger features a 3 1/4 inch double-edged spear point blade of 8 CR13 MOV stainless steel. For you folks still stuck in the metric system, that's 8 1/4 centimeters. Has a 3 1/4 inch wide TPE handle and an overall length of 6.5 inches. That's 16.4 centimeters. Weighs just 3 ounces or 85 grams. Features a finger guard design and a multi-carry option nylon fiber belt sheath. Okay, so that's some of the specs and details of this blade, this push dagger from the folks at Schrade, the SCHF54. And let's get real here. This is not a bushcraft knife. This is not a letter opener. This is not a box opener. This is a weapon. Okay, that's what this is designed for. Pretty much a defensive weapon. Sure, you could use it to open boxes. You could use it to open letters. You could probably even carve some feather sticks with it if you really had to. But that's not what it's for. It is for stabbing bad guys, okay? So in light of that, there are a couple things I like about this particular design. First of all, I like the TPE handle covers. I like the fact that it's very grippy and it's not slippery at all. If your hands got bloody because maybe you had to stab more than one bad guy, I don't know. It's not going to slip around. I like the fact that it's got these finger guards here, so you're not going to slip forward onto this pretty sharp double-edged blade there. Nice and spear pointy. And if you're stabbing it in to a bad guy, again, that's the only reason you'd be stabbing anybody, right? You're going to have cushion because it's possible maybe you hit a bone inside there, and you know you want to make sure it would stop your blade. You want to make sure that your fingers don't slide forward, and maybe you might even have to slash with it. So it's very grippy. The Sheath Scabbard is actually, I think, is a very well designed system. It locks in very well. One of the things I like about the sheath is that it is a clip-on, clip-off. So you could actually put this on a belt. It'll fit an 1.5 belt, or you could probably clip it in a pair of boots if you had wanted to use it like a boot knife. You could clip it onto some webbing on a vest or whatever. You could clip it into your pocket if you needed to do that. You could clip it on your pants if you didn't have a belt. It's not going to give you as good a retention, but it's there. And if you needed to withdraw it and you didn't have the good retention, you can always just do a little push, just a very small push, and it's off. It's also, I measure these holes, they are a square, so you can turn this thing around if you want to carry it scout carry, either left or right orientation. So just a very solid, in my opinion, well thought out sheath design. So those are some of the features I particularly noticed about this knife, and that's all really good. But again, the purpose of this dagger is to stab stuff, so let's see if we can find something that needs stabbing. Okay, it's getting harder and harder to find stuff to stab these days, but if you got kids, then you may have somewhere in the backyard an old ball that kind of got away and it's not really in great shape anymore, but this one's still got a little air in it. But anyway, we're going to sacrifice one for the cause. So what I thought I would do is I've got my knife stuck down here on my old waist, if you can see it, and we'll just not tried this before, so we'll just see how well it works. So don't laugh too hard, okay? Did it stab or not? So that quick, and it did pretty much the entire blade went in all the way, as you can see. So I'd say it passed the stab test with flying colors, and it feels very well balanced in your hand, but of course there's only one industry standard way to verify that. This is going to be a little different. We're going to call that one a pass too. Okay, well that was some of the performance testing for the Schrade SCHF54 push dagger. And I have to say this, I know there are some areas where, believe it or not, it would be illegal for a law-abiding citizen to carry one of these. Don't get me started. So be sure, as always, be sure and check your local ordinances and make sure that a double-edged weapon or a push dagger or any of the above are legal for you to carry before you get caught with this. But if you're able to legally carry this and you're looking for a just a backup option or maybe a primary option because maybe you're not able to carry anything more lethal, again, don't get me started, but this could be a really good backup option that could save your bacon in a bad situation. That's the SCHF54 double-edged push dagger from the folks at Schrade. It does that stabbing stuff really well. So anyway, as always, thanks for watching Survival on Purpose. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for clicking that thumbs up button, for sharing this video with millions of folks. And thank you so much for doing all your Amazon shopping through the Survival on Purpose links. It really helps, and I really appreciate the support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time. It's ambidextrous, so you can put it on either side, which it really doesn't matter because it doesn't really matter. And man, I got gnats and mosquitoes here in March. Let's stab something.